So I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we're going to use our Psychic Tarot Oracle deck and look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies. What you may be struggling with, number 4, which is the Emperor and authority. Yeah, that's understandable. We all can struggle with authority. What you may need to look at is material and spiritual prosperity, which is the 6 of Pentacles. And possible future energies, we have stand your ground. Number 7, the 7 of Wands, standing your ground. Bottom of the deck, we have shadow, number 18, and that is the moon. Okay, so let's see. So what you may possibly be struggling with is authority. Is it your authority to stand up, right? Because we have stand your ground here. Or is it the authority of someone else that you feel is they're putting that on you, that they're being bossy, that they're being controlling, that they're taking charge of a situation? We have the Star card, which is Aquarius. We have the High Priestess, and we have the 10 of Cups. Is it taking the authority to go after your dreams about something that you want to do and standing up for yourself and saying, this is something that's important to me that I really want to do, that I want to achieve, that this is my happiness, that this is my 10 of Cups? Sometimes sometimes it's almost like we help other people to achieve their goals, but sometimes we have trouble reaching our own goals, and it's almost like it could be that self-sabotaging energy where it's almost like we talk ourselves out of things, or we put ourselves down, or we say that that's not going to happen for me, or that's not going to happen to me, or I'm not going to be able to have those things that fall into place for me to have what I want. And sometimes it's just that mental energy that we have, that we talk ourselves out of our 10 of Cups, right? That our Star card, our dreams, our goals, and that we don't really listen to that inner voice, that positive inner voice that is saying that you can do it. It could be, struggling with lacking with that direction, right, and that plan and where you want to go. What you need to look at is material and spiritual prosperity. Is that fulfillment within yourself, right? That feeling of accomplishment. When we do things that make us feel accomplished and we succeed at things, it helps us on so many different levels. That obviously material, as in if we're doing a job, right, or we start our own business and we're succeeding at that, and we're like, wow, I love my job, it's crazy that I'm even getting paid for something that I love so much, right, to have that feeling. And I feel like that's something that you can have. Look at that, we've got 9 of Cups, right? Definitely material and spiritual prosperity, and then we have the 9 of Cups right here, and that's definitely, what is that? Your wishes, your dreams, your goals. Knight of Wands, that, achieving material and spiritual prosperity, achieving 9 of Cups, achieving the Star, our wishes, our dreams, achieving the 10 of Cups, that's challenging, that we're tested, we're challenged. And I feel like it's kind of, even though this volcano is in the background and it has all of this, lava that's coming down, that it's in the vicinity of this person is kind of focusing that I'm going to stay away from that. That I know that this is a challenge for me to get around this volcano. And I want to see the path that is positive, that is good, with the greenery and the flowers coming through. And that we always have those challenges, and it's how do we handle those challenges? Do we let those overcome us? Because we have the lava right there. Do we let those overcome us, or do we strive to push forward and to achieve that? Do we find the answers and the solutions on how do I get past this? There's a challenge in front of me. How do I get past this, right? Is it my own thinking? Is it my own perception? Am I surrounding myself with people that are holding me back, that they're not in that mindset that I'm in? Sometimes we have to look at that as those people that we surround ourselves as. Are they in that mindset of, if you're in the mindset of that you're in this 9 of Cups, you're in this 10 of Cups, right? That's that progression. That you want to make your dreams come true, that you want to have that material and spiritual prosperity, that are you around people that are striving for the same thing, or are you around people that are in the opposite of that? All right. Future energies, we have stand your ground. Stand your ground for you. Fight for you. What is important to you? And I feel like that's kind of where you get to, is this, like I've learned to stand up for myself, that if I'm being negative towards myself, that I stop that I turn that around, that I see that differently, right? It's a new way of feeling. Page of Cups, new emotions, new feelings, that you handle these challenges, right? That you don't let them go. That you see, I feel like this is connected to this, is to you see that volcano, right? And you're like, okay, I got to figure out how to get around that volcano. That before that volcano would have stopped me, whatever that volcano represents for you, that you say, hey, before that would have stopped me, but now I'm going to face those challenges. I'm going to stand my ground. Definitely, I feel like those two are the same there. And then look at that, we have the Fool card, which is taking that leap of faith. Maybe that feels silly, maybe that feels foolish, maybe that seems a little crazy to other people, or maybe even to yourself, but if this is the direction that you want to go in, and you want that 0, right? The 0 is the Fool, and that new beginning and that new start, that it's a fresh, clean slate for you to start on. Every day you have that opportunity to turn things around, right? And that's how you get things done, as you say, today is the day that I'm going to make it happen. Today is the day that I'm going to start and I'm going to do something. We have Page of Pentacles, which is, that good positive energy and changing, focusing on the positive, right? That new frame of mind. We have Page. Page is young energy, new energy, starting something, beginning something, feeling young, right? You're feeling young again. You're feeling motivated again. You're feeling like you can handle things and you can do things. And that's a good feeling. And I love that there's this 9 and 10 of Cups here. And I feel like that represents progress. All right, so let's get the Green Witch Tarot. We have, look at that, we have 10 of Cups yet again. 10 of Cups. We have Knight of Swords. Right? He's on his horse, he's feeling happy, he's charging forward, he's finding solutions, he knows the direction that he wants to go to, he's ready to challenge it. We have 4 of Pentacles. I feel like it's rearranging your thinking, right? Rearranging what you're doing, because we have the spot where the Pentacles used to be, and he's rearranging it over here. He sees that there's someone at the door, but he's kind of thinking about, do I let that person in? Do I move on? Do I just keep to myself? And I feel like this person here represents this authority. What is that? What does that represent you? Is that negative thinking? Is that somebody who you feel is controlling? Do you feel like that's somebody who is stifling you in the way that you're feeling? I love it. Ace of Wands. Aces are new beginnings, and wands are taking actions, that you have new actions. You have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. I love it. We have 9 of Wands. I feel like as you make these changes and you progress, I feel like it's just making sure that you stay your course. And like I said before, that you surround yourself with those people that are in the same mindset that you're in, so that you keep yourself in that energy, so that when you're having doubts and you're really wondering and you're questioning things, you have that support of those people around you, because they're thinking like-mindedly. We have the Lovers here, the Lady and the Lord, and it's that connection that you have. Knight of Pentacles is moving towards those positive things, those positive connections. I feel like this again goes back to keeping those people around you that are supportive and in the same frame of mind that you're in, because that's where we can pull support from. Again, we have Page of Pentacles. So let's see, we have the, okay, 2 Page of Pentacles. Trying new things, right? You'll never know unless you try, right? You'll never know unless you try. And then 8 of Pentacles is trying something different, trying something new, right? Getting down to the details, putting the work in, right? With the Fool. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. I love it. So we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Ace of Swords. So this is positive, good energy coming in for you. New emotions, new thought process, new actions, right? That you're like, wow, it's almost like a 2.0, right? That you've leveled up to the next level, because sometimes we don't realize these things that we need to do for ourselves, because we're so caught in the energy that we don't realize, you know what, I do need to surround myself with people that are like-minded, that are, you know, where I want to go and what I want to do, that I need to get away from those people that are controlling and want to hold me back, but I want to surround myself with people that are after the same goals in the direction that I am. That we don't really realize that, and we have to think about that. We have to reassess those things, and sometimes we don't realize that. Sometimes we don't realize that we have to, you know, look at our own thinking as our own thinking. What are we telling ourselves? What are we saying to ourselves? Are we motivating ourselves, or are we holding ourselves back? Sometimes there's those things that you learn, okay, yeah, I got to look at that. I got to decide, who am I going to let in? Who am I not going to let in? And be wary of people that are trying to hold me back, but open the door to people who are truly trying to help me. And that's why I love doing this, is because I've been through a lot, and I just like to give how I've gotten to where I am and where I feel that I'm at the best part of my life emotionally, and feeling that happiness. I'm a Capricorn Sun and a Capricorn Rising, and I've definitely had many decades of struggles, but I've pulled myself through it. And this is just some of the suggestions of the process that I've gone through, that if I could help even one person just to see things and to help them along, I mean, then I've accomplished my goal. Everyone has their own way of doing things. Everyone has their own way of looking at things and perceiving things, and that's okay. But sometimes if there's just that one sentence or that one thing that someone says that lights that light bulb and helps you to push forward and to have a more fulfilling, happier life, then hey, I'm all for it. All right, so let's get a Whispers of Healing, and we have strength. You have to have a lot of strength. You have to have a lot of courage in order to make these changes, right? To start new, to start fresh, to maybe change up the people that you're surrounding yourself, right? Because maybe you were feeling weaker over here, and you were feeling, and maybe you needed somebody else to be the leader, but I feel like Capricorns are leaders. Not that I'm saying other signs aren't, but I feel like Capricorns definitely like to be leaders and blaze their own path, and there's always, I always feel that there's sort of that urge or yearning inside of them to blaze your own path and do your own things. But sometimes we don't have this strength within ourselves if we've been surrounded by people who have held us down. But we know that it's something we can do, but we don't feel sometimes strong enough within ourselves, and so we have to work on ourselves. And it takes a lot of strength and courage to change up your life, to make decisions, to move away from negative people, to pursue new and different things, right? To pursue these things. Sometimes, there are some people who just like that regularity, that they're not happy, they're not feeling that fulfillment, they're not fulfilling that Nine of Cups, taking actions for your Nine of Cups. They don't do that. They think about it and they say, oh, I'd love to be able to do this, or I'd love to be able to do that, but they never actually take the action. So it takes a lot of strength and courage to actually take the actions, right, to make it happen. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's disruptive. It's crazy, but the fulfillment and the results from it are absolutely amazing. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.